The first thing you've got to understand is the reason you're stuck is you haven't done anything wrong. And I agree with you. I know that you're working your ass off, right? But the issue is you got to remember the 30-day rule. And the 30-day rule says this: what I do in this 30 days affects the next 90 days. So you are in stuck mode, not because of now, but because of previous. And the way we're going to actually go from being stuck to unstuck is that what you're going to do is you're going to go hard in the next 30 days. Can I be direct and tell you what you should be doing in the next 30 days?
Yes, please do.
Okay. Number one, what I want you to do is to go to every old open house book, every phone number, and get back on the phone and work out, should these people be in your database? If they should they be in there as a seller? Should they be in there as an immediate seller? Should they be in there as a future seller in 6 months or a year? You've got to get back on, do massive amounts of calls. That's the first thing. The second thing I want you to do is I want you to look at every listing that has been on the market for 60 days and understand that these people have not sold and that they are going to spend the next 30 days thinking about who is going to be their next agent. So you've got to get really visible. If it means that you help them as a buyer, that's it. If it means that you got to help them in anything, even help them write their ad, just all I'm saying is get them to like you because they're very close to making another listing decision. The third thing I want you to do is this. I want you to go to all your past appraisals and call every one of them. The fourth thing I want you to do is I want you to break bread with influencers and connectors in your marketplace, because what you'll do is when they see you eyeball to eyeball, they'll connect with you. But I'm going to tell you, if you just send them an email, they're only going to scan it. It's going to mean nothing. So do you understand what I'm getting at? Forget the keyboard strategies and move back into people mode. The next thing I want you to do is go back to your existing listings that you've got and get more marketing dollars from them. Why? Because you're going to use those listings to get more listings, and in addition to that, you're going to help those properties get sold, because unless these vendors have got skin in the game, they're not going to be selling their property. I'm asking you to return back to the basics, because it's the basics that got you successful, and it was departing from the basics that got you here. You reckon that stuff is all achievable?
I do.
What would get in the way of you doing these things in the next 30 days?
Nothing would get in the way of it. The only thing that would make it overwhelming, the vast amount of unqualified calls that I have told.
Even the smallest step in the right direction can become the biggest step in your life. So what I want you to do is to do this in chunk bite sizes. I don't want you to look at the open house books and say to yourself, shit, I'm going to have overwhelm and it's paralysis by analysis. At the moment, can I ask you, how many hours per day, if I ask you to block off in your diary as non-negotiable, get on the phone, talk to new business, how much could you do per day?
4 hours.
Okay. Can I ask you, will those hours be all in one go, or will you split them up?
All in one go.
So what we're going to agree is 8 o'clock to 12 o'clock, Monday to Friday, non-negotiable. You're going to treat this like an open for inspection. And what I mean by that is you won't come into the office on a Saturday and cancel your opens. Would you do that?
Absolutely not.
Well, you're not going to be cancelling these. You're going to come in and you're going to treat them like open houses. And you're going to do 8 to 12, that's 4 1-hour sessions. You want to do them in 45-minute sessions, call them what you want, but there is no appointments. It's non-negotiable. Monday to Friday, 4 hours. That works out to being 20 hours of prospecting for the next week. 4 weeks, that's 80 hours of prospecting. I'm telling you, prospecting is the cure to everything. Prospecting is oxygen. Prospecting is religion. Prospecting is going to get rid of the problem. So, can we agree that you will do 8 to 12, Monday to Friday for the next 4 weeks?
I do.
Okay, we're done. Can we leave it at that?
Thank you so much, Tom.
Check in 4 weeks.
Done.
See you.